Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Right, so finally time to go and meet with Mobius. Ah, well, actually, I need to go here. Yeah, that's a very hot terminal. So we'll put on these. Our science is now 96. Maybe pop a mentat. It's not quite high enough. Oh, maybe because my intelligence was close to being on 100. Oh, right, because normally my intelligence is like 6, so I can't boost it more than that. Right, well, okay, so I guess I was hoping. Oh, well, but then again, like if this isn't a situation where you should, use a Programmer's Digest magazine, then I don't know what is. Oh yeah, if I had like just maybe made like a science skill book and read that and used that before coming here, then I think okay. Okay, well, let's say resurrection. Only 4 in common. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so definitely not. No, not that. Mm, yeah, it's just the Theon at the end. Purification. Uh, mm, okay, it can't be. It can't be transmission. Infiltration. Theon. Could be infiltration. Oh no! I clicked something. Oh, for Christ's sakes! I didn't click the word infiltration. I think I've just clicked something in here, right? Oh, for fuck's sake! Ah, dot. Oh, good lord! Yes, yes. At least I got my allowance replenished. Dot removed. There's another one. There's another one. think there's another pair. Yeah, there's a pair. Okay, well, infiltration is still here. Let's try it now. Yeah, it was infiltration. It was infiltration all along. Well, it's a good thing I at least got an allowance replenished. Emergency shutdown procedure log. What's this? Per instructions from the higher-ups after that one time the giant robo-scorpion's attack routine malfunctioned, we've installed an emergency shutdown procedure. Let's hope we never have to use it. The prototype systems will all be fried, and we won't be up and running again for weeks. The military is expecting delivery of the battle-ready model within 6 months, and the project has already had enough delays. Well, would you look at that? Kinda sounds like exactly the thing that we need right now, so... Forbidden. Ta 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 ta. Yeah. Right. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What to improve? Medicine? Gun. Don't really use guns that often. I think melee 75 is. For now, it's okay. Maybe like explosive 75. Yeah, that's enough. Oh right, yeah, like repair 90 if I want to. If I want to get the jury rigging. Hmm. Hmm. Or sneak. Barter. Oh boy. What do I want to improve? Maybe just survival. Helps you create consumables. Or medicine, just become amazing at using stim packs and okay, maybe medicine, sure. Yeah. It came from there. Toolbox, scrap metal, toolbox, wrenches, which is good because wrenches are kind of one of the, we can't really produce wrenches ourselves. So if I want to make weapon repair kits, that's the one kind of audio sample. Mobius's Robo Scorpion. Just binoculars. Mentats. Desk. Ashtray. Lyre, yeah. Oh, I guess lyre is probably a weapon they develop in here, and then, you know, Elijah's advanced lyre. That's probably like Elijah's. That's probably, from Elijah making like improvements. Electrical box. So. Oh, oh! I completely forgot that there was also the that there's actually the shutdown terminal password is here. So I could have so if I so I guess even for characters who can't have their signs at 100, even they can. But I suppose it was more fun to hack that. And we got XP from hacking it, so it's all fine and dandy. Well, this architecture certainly looks familiar, doesn't it? Because it's the exact same kind of design. Only this place has just one floating brain. Hmm. Actually, let's okay. Let's go talk. Let's talk to Mobius. Where is he? There.
Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Uh, is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. Flying tortoises? What the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Uh, I'll save it for later.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
Well, don't they usually end with that uh, square sign? QED. Uh, You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Look, I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers. Hmm.
How did I know everything? Uh, well, I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That
No.
changes everything.
Yeah,
Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities.
sure.
Please be my guest. The receptor is there. And the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break. Mm.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do, even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well,
I was curious about some things.
I find things curious as well. Go on.
Can you tell me about robo-scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought, but they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
Yeah, mustards and custards are both great. I was curious about some things.
Yes, yes, this is getting interesting. You are just filled with these little slices of curiosity, aren't you?
I sure am. Well, you don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Wait, sounds like you built the robo-scorpions. Issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. There's some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Conscience. 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 Everything you told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your name. Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
You reprogrammed their names as part of recursion loop. What, to track their processors?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
Recursion loop is designed to prevent the flow of information, so
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. Probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan Bs in case the A's fail.
Klein, Mobius, O's a circle, eight's an infinity symbol. They're all loops. I get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quiet professional.
Well, you talk so much, so you can't really be all that quiet. Minor detail, but a snake devouring its own tail is Ouroboros, not Ouroboros.
Really? It is so unlikely to make an error in anything I do.
If you lobotomize the think tank, why terrorize them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
There were other visitors, though. Why am I different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
A cranial injury from the attack outside Goodsprings.
Yes, very good. I should have mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodock in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial cells into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation,
Client said they had the idea to get the three technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
Hmm. But the think tank downloaded the schematics, not the items. They can rebuild them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
10 points for trying. Um, so what is the purpose of these technologies? Or was there any other data transmitted in your third broadcast?
Yes, My overly aggressive, cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
What is the purpose of these technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projector emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Okay, well, gotta go.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Oh yeah, because my my mentats was wearing off, so. Oh.
Sorts of imaginary numbers.
Well. Easy, huh? Yeah. Well, just quickly going through this. Dr. Mobius's scrubs. Science plus 15, charisma plus 1, intelligence plus 2. Nice. Dr. Mobius's glove. Fixing things. Let's see. Well, how about Dr. Mobius's glasses? Carton of cigarettes. Just looting this place. Plenty of cigarettes, huh? Okay. Well, there's a Proton X. Oh. Cabinet. To order. Still find Dr. Mobius's glasses, then I would have like the liar. Oh well. Flour. Coca-Cola. Wrench. Yeah. It's a book, but I don't want to talk to my brain just yet. That's the scientist scrubs desk. Mhm. Then your mentats toaster. So much mentats in here. Cabinet. Well, hmm. Energy cells like these are quite heavy. Metal box. Turpentine. So, where was Dr. Mobius's glasses? Like, I mean, they might have been in the other room, like outside there. Yeah. Well, in fact. Hmm. Let's see. New Vegas Doctor Mobius glasses. Yeah, where are they? I think they might have been in that disabled where you have the rope giant scorpion. Um, oh, then think tank. Okay. Easternmost room on the second floor of the think tank. Okay, they're back in think tank. Okay. Okay, that's fine then. In that case, well, because I did go through those rooms, like, you know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll need to go down. Guess we need to go this way, huh? Okay. Don't want to ruin these clothing, so just put on the lobotomite outfit. Yeah, let's go and sort my inventory first. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have sedacious materials, don't we? So.
Greetings, citizen. Won't that keep?
Yep, pencils.
Greetings, citizen.
Clipboards.
Got any more?
Yes, I do. Oh yeah, Lotus. I'll just put the coffee mugs away. Sell the cigarettes and stuff, yeah.
Might I be of service, sir?
Yeah, I can sell you stuff. Cigarettes. Let's see, there's more cigarettes. Pre-war money, yeah. Probably extra ammo that I don't need. Microfusion cells, yeah. And put like 200 rods of 10 mil ammo away as well. Because that's kind of heavy. What? We have like excess weapons that I don't need. I'll keep the glove. Yeah, put the X2 antenna there. Something in here that I want to put away. Not quite. I guess I might have empty bottles, so fill them with water.
Well, hello there.
Yep. I don't know how many bottles do I have. One. Okay, I had like one. Okay, I'll keep that. Well, right. So, time to face the think tank. So, let's pop a Mentats before we do that. Just in case. Hunger level increased. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll eat like a gecko. I'll eat a dog steak. Why not?
What are you doing back? Morbius's threats persist. Worse, he's filling up our transmission storage holotape to capacity.
Oh no! I forgot to talk to my brain. Well, guess. Well, okay. I'll. In that case, this is the easternmost, right? Yeah. Well, it said easternmost. There they are. Well, okay. Well, at least I sorted my inventory. Well. In the meantime, we'll just wear the lobotomite outfit because, well, this is kind of cheap stuff and cheap armor, so. Back to the Forbidden Zone. Oh, yeah. I spent too much time first just talking to Dr. Mobius and then kind of, just looting around his, well, minus, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go and talk to my brain. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Um, well, let's put. And Dr. Mobius's glove. Well, actually, I think I already have like 10 intelligence, right? Well, if I take Mentats, I would have more perception still, so. So, yeah, I will also put bandana and take a Mentat. And we became addicted to it, okay.
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been? Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Are you? My brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
There's no need to be sarcastic. Meeting your own brain is a slightly odd event.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Yes, because running around a crater full of bizarre science experiments, hygiene is a top priority.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
Why are you such a dick for a brain?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, a, quote, dick, unquote, as if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Of course you're responsible. You're my brain.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
But you're the source of most of those glands. Unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it. You're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? What about the cool breeze on your cheek? The smell of food? Love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Well, isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So, we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, brain? Join me for some more wild adventures.
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Then let's go make them share. Come on, brain. It's stomping time.
Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence portion of the program. Tell me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning?
Ever had a squirrel brain omelette? That, but on a bigger scale. With bombs.
Well, you have always been thorough in your destruction. All right, what's your plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Great. Right. Well. Here, here. Down, down. Well. Then we'll go the sink here.
Greetings, citizen. Greetings, citizen.
Well.
What? Got any more sweet?
Do I? Okay, I have this like a camera there. Okay. Boy. Oh, I still have some cigarettes I can sell. A couple of coffee mugs, okay. Fill those with water, I guess. Sell the cigarettes. Ammo. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Well, so. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have withdrawal. Modify.
You require some addition.
Yep. Basic physical exam. This might also remove it. You're now completely healthy, so yeah, we don't have the addiction now. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got some extra weapons I might want to toss away. These. Let's see.
The toaster. Beware the toaster.
Okay.
Well, hello there.
Fill the water bottles. Yeah, some water. Well. Let's put on Mobius's clothing and let's go talk with the think tank.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There are some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Also go for this. You think I am the lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius. Well,
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
nothing is impossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
Hey, I offer a deal. Stay here. Stay put. And I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you, my foe, my rival, my foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Right. Well, definitely make it. Now, basically what will now happen is that once I exit this door, you know, we're gonna get the ending slides and ending slides for this DLC. And after that, of course, we can kind of still continue playing in here, or if we want, we can go back to Mojave. So let's get that over with.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others, which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The thing continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Lucky did his best. Although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eye old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The
Roxy.
courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
All right. Definitely make a big save over here. After the yeah.
I trust matters regarding your brain were resolved to your satisfaction.
Yep.
And rightly so, I should think. All right, then. Let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Swap body parts here. Well, yeah, let's put my spine. Reinforced spine perk. Your spine is back in the body, but some advanced technologies remain. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold bonuses have doubled to +2. Alright.
If you're planning to stay a while, I could see clear to giving you a once-over. And rightly so, I should think. All right, then. Let me just fire up the old interface for you.
And swap body parts. And put back the heart. Cardiac arrest perk. Your heart is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You are less resistant to poison, 50%. Well, practically means that we have now 50% instead of being immune to poison, we get like plus 50% resistance to poison. And robots are only somewhat confused by you, 25% less likely to score a critical hit. But on the bright side, healing items, chems are twice as effective. Plus 50%. 50% extra does not make plus 50% is not twice as effective, by the way. Plus 100% would be twice as effective. Plus 50% is only 1.5 times as effective, you know. Right, so now we have all the kind of, we have the sort of, yeah, so strength is at 8 at the moment, so. Oh yeah, with the lobotomist strength, that gives extra point in strength. Right. Right. Well. Wait. Oh. This Mobius's glove. Put those there. I'm keeping the scientist gloves, yes. This is for like armor, so put the bottomite armor there. I guess I'll keep the jumpsuit because it's also bonus to repair. I'm taking my armor jumpsuit. I'm taking this one back. Well, I just want to put Dr. Klein's glove here, yeah. They have their... Oh, there's a mad scientist scrubs there, okay. Oh yeah, this stuff would have been here all along, yeah. Okay. Well... Oh, and yeah, as promised, after finishing the DLC, we'll go back to hard difficulty, yeah. Because the combat in this DLC is just too difficult. What do I have in here? Chopper. Oh yeah, I have my flamer. No, I have my flamer here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I should take my flamer with me. Yeah. All this stuff I could take and probably, you know, probably like sell to that one there. Make some money. Saturday Night Fest, yeah, like I could probably make a lot of money selling some of these weapons. 10mm pistols, yeah. 10mm submachine guns. Well, guess I'll at least keep one. Caravan shotguns, yeah. Hunting shotgun. I'll keep one hunting shotgun, yeah. Those are kind of... These liars. This is in good condition. I'll keep the one which is in good condition, so... Laser pistol, RCW. Multi-blast rifle, yeah. Plasma pistols, plasma rifle. I was like, keep these and something like this. Yes, well, I won't sell you stuff, so still some cigarettes in here. What is pre-war money here? Okay, he's got 8,000 caps, so yeah, the caravan shotguns. Oh yeah, these are like really valuable too. That's sort of like 5,000 there. 10mm pistols, huh? $7,800. Okay, and put the rest of the weapons back here, sure. The ones that I didn't actually sell, like the liars. And I guess I could take some flamer fuel with me as well. Oh no, that's tools. That's a lot of flamer fuel. Maybe like 690. 619, yeah. Yeah, I'll leave like 3,500 units of flamer fuel. Alright, I could also gonna take some of my, maybe like 10 grenades. Oh, okay. Oh, like 10 grenades with me, yeah. 10 more 40mm grenades. Yeah, okay. Right. Alright, so that was, well, that's pretty much the end of Old World Blues here. I mean, of course, we can still continue like exploring this place. We can come back here anytime, and anytime we want, we can return to Mojave now. But anyway, of course, all the main things have now been kind of settled. Oh, let's see that one quest. Oh, I guess. Okay, okay. Well, let's finish officially this field research.
Beat the big brains at their own game. Guess you'll be putting your walking shoes on again, hitting that old lonesome road.
Well, we are not doing Lonesome Road next. I mean, the next DLC that we'll do is probably gonna be Dead Money, by the way. But yeah.
Right on, Daddy-O. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
Yeah. That's field research completed. Sort of officially, I think like the last like a side quest in here. Actually, I'm just gonna rewrite this one. But anyway, so thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.